everyone, I'm Yingjie.
Hello everyone, I'm Min.
Hi, I'm Pao Ting.
Hi everyone, I'm Ganjasin.
Hi guys, I'm Katu.
Today, we would like to introduce 5 features of Android's mobile phone to you all. Let us start now. So now, I will start to introduce calculator features. The mobile phone that I'm using is Oppo F9. When you open up a calculator, the basic number 0 until 9 will be always displayed. Besides of that, there are also plus, minus, multiply, divide, and also percentage. Delete is for only delete the number that you key in wrongly. For example, like this. C means that's clear. It's clear all the number that you key in just now. When you rotate your phone, it will be perform more option of scientific calculation. Just for example, sin, cos, tangent, log, and so on. For searching back history, you can just swipe the calculator down and the history will be shown. Press on clear to clear all the history and just press continue for continue using the calculator. An exchange rate is the rate at which one currency will be exchanged for another. You can change the country while press this small arrow and it will show a list of countries. Choose the country that you want. Let's look for an example. This example means that using 14.45 ringgit Malaysia can be changed for 100 Taiwan dollar. Other than that, it also have length conversions, area conversions, speed, weight conversion, and so on. Let's look for an example. In this length conversion, you can choose for other unit by pressing this small arrow. There are a lot of choices that you can choose for calculate. Next, it will be area conversion. Area conversion is also the same. Choose the unit that you want to calculate by pressing the small arrow behind that. Choose it, and it will be changed automatically. So, as the conclusion, all the conversion here can be used and change the unit by pressing this small arrow. It's really useful for us. That's all for my part.
Next feature, I'll be introducing clock features from Oppo F9. Here have 4 functions that we can use. The first function is alarm. We need alarm to remind us on the time such as wake us up or go on a meeting. For the existing alarm, we can turn on with this switch. Then below will show us that the remaining time until the alarm. Also turn off like this. To delete an alarm, you can choose to hold the alarm to select, or press on edit and select the alarm you want to delete, then delete, then press done. For adding alarm, we can press the plus up there. Set the time you want. Above the alarm time will also have remaining time until the alarm. You can rename the alarm label here. Set the repeating type, changing ringtones here, vibrate on or off, and for the snooze on or off. Press save when you are done. To edit an existing alarm, you can just press on it to edit the alarm. Then we'll be having clock. We have the time for current time zone. To add on other time zone, we can press on the plus on top there. Here will be a list for different time zone. Beside the plus, it is to change the theme of showing time. For the top right there symbol is setting. We can set the time format to 12 hours or 24 hours. Automatically set date and time is to synchronize with our current time zone. Home screen world clock widgets is to show the world clock we save on our home screen. For the dual clock is to display multiple world clock on our lock screen. For example, you live in Malaysia. When you travel to other country, your phone lock screen will be displaying both time zone. Next is the usual residence is to set up where we usually live in. Display dual clock on is to set where we could see the dual clocks. Next, stopwatch is to calculate the period of time. We press on start to begin a timer. For the left, we can see how long for the first period and second period and so on and so forth. To stop the timer, press stop. There will be also a reset button for the time to 0. Lastly is the timer to help us control the period. For example, these 3 timers is the original timer for us, such as brushing teeth with 2 minutes, doing math, or cooking an egg. We can stop the activity we are doing when it is time's up. Select the activity we want, then press start button at the bottom there. You can also pause or resume the timer, or cancel the timer. Also, we can add our own timer with this plus. Setting up timer with rename the timer label. Press save so that we could use the timer. To delete any timer, press edit on left top there. Press on the minus with red round shape button. Then you're done.
Next, I will be introducing core features from Vivo V7. As we can see, each phone has the core features for users. Press the little phone icon. It will lead you over here and you can just type in anyone's phone number in here. At the top, we can see the contact number which we have contact. It will show more if we swipe it down. Right on top, we can see that it shows all and miss button. By pressing the all button, we were able to see the contact numbers which we have called or missed. The miss button is just showing the contact numbers which we have missed, and it is red in color. If we press the arrow button on the right of the screen, details such as the exact date, time, phone call duration, and others will be shown. Now, let's go back to the previous page by pressing the keypad icon below. Simply type in a phone number. It will show whether it is a phone number that is saved in the contact list or unfamiliar. If the contact number is already saved, it will show the name. We will know who exactly we are calling. If it's unfamiliar, we can press the new contact or add to existing contact button to save it. New contact is for those phone numbers that are unfamiliar in the phone. Add to existing contact is the function for adding a contact number into existing contact in the phone. By pressing the new contact icon, it will bring us to the type in details page. We can either to save it in our phone, SIM card, or email. Then, type in your name. Press the head icon on the left to set a profile picture. The picture can choose to take a photo or select from the album. Down here, you can see a phone or a work button. We can press it and choose the type of contact number such as phone, work, or fax. Email is for us to save the email of the person. For the group button, we can choose the contact number to be in friends, workers, or family group. The Add More option allows us to save the person's birthday, address, nickname, and others. After editing, press Done to save it. And this contact number will be saved in your phone. At the bottom left corner, we can see a person with a plus icon. That icon is also one of the ways for us to add a contact number. By pressing this icon, it will bring us to the contact page. In the contact page, there's a plus sign at the top right corner in the contact list. By pressing it, you will be directed to the Type in Details page.
I'd like to explain about the function and feature of the camera. Normally, we use the camera to take photo and video. And this is what we normally use the camera. This is the photo and this is the video. I will explain about the Pro Photo. Pro Photo is to make the photo beautiful and attractive. We can search about the ISO, S, EV, and AF. What is ISO, S, EV, and AF? ISO is camera setting that brighten or darken the photo. S is the shutter speed, which your camera frame will expose to the light. EV is exposure compensation. This setting compensated for the exposure in your pictures. AF is autofocus. It got 3 options, that's it. AFS, AFC, and MF. Then this is the Pro Video. Pro Video is similar with the Pro Photo. It also got the EV and the AF. This is AR lens. AR lens is a setting can make your photo more attractive, just like this example. It can filter your face become the filter that you like. HDR is a method that aims to more dynamic range to photograph, where dynamic range is the stature of light to dark in a photograph. And this is the example of the HDR picture and non-HDR picture. And the night shot also is one of the camera mode. It is used for the night photo, just like this photo is using the night shot mode. It can take the photo in the dark and make it more nice and beautiful. This is the panorama. Panorama is to extend the photo with vertical or horizontal. Photographer can extend it with the length that they want. This is the example. Is the light painting. It got 4 functions, that is tail light trace, light graffiti, sticky water, and Star Trek. Time lapse is a technique whereby the frequency at which frames are captured is much more spread out than the frequency used to view the sequence. With normal speed, time appears to be moving faster and thus lapsing. For this example, this video will show about the time lapse. Next is the slow-mo. Slow-mo is make the video make it slow, and mostly the people use the slow-mo to make a video and give people feel more satisfied. And this is the example. Is the filter. filter have many designs, for example, mono, impact, ND, and other. You can change the filter level until the filter level that you feel good. The screen to the left, it will show the camera setting. You can set the resolution, grid, timer, or audio control. It will help the photographer to easily capture the photo.
Of pages showing the days, weeks, and months of a particular year. When I click into the calendar, it will show the current year and month on the top left, June 2020, and the current day in blue color here. And it also shows the festival days below the date in green color. Next, when I scroll up the calendar, it will show us the previous date. And when I scroll down the calendar, it will show us the following calendar. Next, I will click the event button here. It may show all the events with days and date in Malaysia. And you can search the events that will happen in Malaysia from the search bar here. We also can see the previous event and also the following event by scrolling up and down. Next is the plus button on the top right here. And it is like an add-on button. We can choose to add event, birthday, anniversaries, countdown dates, and others. First, for the add-on event, we can follow the instruction by enter the event title, the location, and we can either choose the event for all day or select the time and date from the start and the end, then press OK. We can add on something on this event by clicking More button. We can choose the time zone here, and whether the event is a one-time event or it may repeat daily, weekly, or monthly, and others. We can set a reminder here. You can set 5 minutes before, 15 minutes before, 30 minutes before, and so on. At last, we can invite our friends in the invitee by enter their email. And next is the birthday. Also same as previous, enter the birthday person's name and set the date and remind. For the anniversary, countdown dates, and others, also same as previous, just fill it in the blank and set the date and time, then you can set them successful. Or you can cancel the add-on event by click the cancel button here. And the last is the calendar settings. All these settings are basic settings, and we can select the Chinese lunar calendar, Islamic calendar, and Thai lunar calendar from the alternate calendars button. We can set the default reminder time for all events. Last is the event reminder setting. We can either choose status bar notification or bell notification. For status bar notifications, it will appear with a status bar on the top as reminder, and for the bell notification, it will remind us with ring sound. And that's all for me to introduce the calendar from Android. Thank you and have a nice day.
Help us like and share this video. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you.